we're going to jump into this question here from Rose. We have answered this before, but we're going to take it one more time. Rose is struggling. She writes, I've been having a really hard time with my faith. I've come to Mass every Sunday because I want to believe, but deep down I'm struggling to even believe that God exists. I don't want to feel this way, but I do, and it makes me feel really guilty, confused, and honestly just a little scared. I don't know what to do with these doubts. Father Casey, do you have any advice for Rose, who's struggling with her faith at this moment?
I do, and I'd like to introduce Rose and maybe a few other people to a friend of mine named Blaise Pascal. And for those of you who might not have heard of Blaise Pascal, he was a French mathematician, actually a scientist and a Christian philosopher and an apologist in a lot of ways for the faith. And he's famous for what's called Pascal's wager. And what he says is, perhaps reason cannot completely convince someone, or someone can't be completely convinced that God exists. But probability says that it's more likely that there's God than that there isn't. And that if I believe in God, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And sometimes people leave Pascal's wager there, and that's actually a poor understanding of it. It's not like the just in case, make sure all my bets are covered. Have this belief because if I believe in God, I gain the world. If I don't believe in God, I lose everything. So it's better to kind of bet on God is an overly simplistic way of looking at his wager. But what Pascal encouraged people to do, especially if you're struggling with doubt, to truly live the faith of a Catholic. And it's not the same as when you hear today people say, fake it till you make it. It's not saying fake it till you make it. But what Pascal is saying is that basically that you live as a Catholic so that you may come to believe as a Catholic. And in doing so, you wager eternally on God's grace than on infinite loss. And so he tells us that if we're really going to make the wager and act like we believe in God, it involves more than just simply showing up, but we should participate in the sacraments of the church. So for a Catholic, that would look like, making a regular confession, going to Mass, not just on Sundays, but on holy days of obligation, praying every day, even if we don't understand how this works. And it's not fake. It's not hypocrisy, because what you need to realize is that you already have habits that have informed your belief, or habits that have informed our lack of belief. The things we do, in a lot of ways, we've been shaped and we've been formed by the world. And so we already have these opinions, these doubts, all of these things about us. So what he's saying is, if you want the faith of a believer, then we act like a believer. We do the things that a believer does, because practice helps to inform our belief. And that through developing good practice of our faith, that faith being in and of itself a gift from God will come to us when we make the bet, when we make the wager on him, and we don't simply give an intellectual assent, okay, maybe there's a God, but I live and act and move as though I believed in a God, and God, in his existence, in his reality, and the truths he's given to his church, and that through this practice, my belief will come.